Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. In today's video, we'll be going through the recent press conference held by Luis Enrique and Acharf Hakimi ahead of the PSG Arsenal game. Hakimi on his progress. It's true that since the coach arrived, I've felt the confidence that has been given to me. He has allowed me to express myself and given me freedom on the pitch. I've become a better player, 100%. I think Achraf Hakimi has always had the ability. We never saw the performances. We never saw it on the pitch. But under Luis Enrique, a manager that respects not just Hakimi, but every single player on the pitch, and wants the best and gets the best out of every single player. And Hakimi, those two first seasons at PSG compared to the latter two seasons, completely different player. So yeah. He's thankful for Lucho, man. Hakimi on PSG better than last year. I think this year's PSG is a continuation of last year's. It has a union between the players, a great collective presence. It's the strong point of this team, and I think we'll see it again. Perfect response from Hakimi. I love that he says it's a continuation of last season, because that's what it is. Kylian Mbappe is one player. The season before, we lost Neymar, we lost Messi, we lost Ramos, we lost Verratti, Bernat, some other players as well. It was a transition season. This is not a transition season, especially because Mbappe wasn't even that influential last season. Plus, we started preparing to play without Mbappe since, I don't know, February last season. So yeah, it's a continuation of last season. Great words from Hakimi. Also, a very difficult team to play. It's a very important match for us. These are three very important points, especially with this new format of the Champions League. These are three important points to collect. Love it that he's only mentioning 3 points. We're not there to take 1 point. This is not the Arsenal small club mentality. We're there for 3 points. Hakimi on Dembélé's absence. I don't know what the coach's plan will be to play this Tuesday. We know the most important thing is this PSG is the collective. We're a united collective, and we know that Ousmane Dembélé gives his best for the team. I mean, Hakimi here, not wanting to be on anyone's side. He doesn't say, oh, I respect Lucho's decision. And he still says, we're the collective. That's what matters. Any player, no one is above the club and all of that, but he still says that Ousmane Dembélé gives the best for the team. And yeah, great response from Hakimi. PSG is a respected team in Europe. It's a team with great players, and I'm sure no team wants to play against PSG. It's a difficult team to play against. Love it from Achraf Hakimi. And yes, people respect PSG. It's a match between two very strong teams. We know that they're a difficult team to play against on set pieces. We're focused on this aspect because we know it's one of their strong points. Well, Hakimi is, I don't know, telling us some of Lucho's minds. You know why? It's great. It's great that we're preparing because that's our biggest weakness and that's their biggest strength. So it's going to be interesting to see what has PSG done to prevent Arsenal from their strong corner kicks. Hakimi on intensity. We know that all of the games are very intense and all the games are important. We know that Arsenal play a little bit like Girona and like to have the ball to go forward. Both teams will want to show their personality. Yeah. I mean, he just called Arsenal Park the bus team. That's what Girona are. Yeah, complete honesty. But yeah, it's a very intense game. Hakimi on his responsibilities. This year, I'm one of the captains. I'm one of the most experienced players in the team, and I know that I have an important role to play on and off the field. It's a big responsibility that I accept willingly. Love it. I want all of our players to want to take responsibility, especially for a player like Hakimi, who has been here longer than the majority of the players. There are a lot of games throughout the season, but you have to give your all in every game. There's work to do off the pitch, and I'm helped to avoid injuries and be in the best possible shape to perform. Yeah, Hakimi, obviously, he doesn't have a single understudy. Warren Zara-Emery is having to play out of position for his place, which means that Lucho wants to play Achraf Hakimi at every single possible moment, but we still do everything to avoid injuries. Luis Enrique on Dembélé's absence. If someone doesn't respect the obligations towards the team, he's not ready. I want my players to be in the best possible condition. I put him aside. I want the best for the team. Again, we don't know the altercation and stuff that happened between Luis Enrique, so I will not continue talking about it. But yeah, a short answer here from Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique on the support of his management. You really think it's easy to create a team by pressing a button? No, there are difficult circumstances, difficult decisions. I'm 100% committed to my decisions. I'm 100% sure of my decisions. Lucho? Nice. I'm here to create a team and do it with Dembélé too. My decisions are not irreversible. I signed for this club to make a team with an identity. I have the support of the management, the supporting director, and the president. And again, Lucho's saying here, I want to do with Dembélé. He wants Dembélé to agree with him. That was, I think, the main obstacle between the two. I'm honest, but I do not want to make a soap opera of this matter. There's no dispute between the two of us. That is totally false. There's a problem of commitment of the player towards the team, but not a player-coach problem. Wow. I mean, Luis Enrique is telling us a bit here what the problem could potentially be about, and it's team. Does it have to do with the recent, selfish moments from Ousmane Dembélé? It definitely could have, because he's telling here that Dembélé is putting himself above the team, not above the manager. I try to talk to my players to connect with them. I have no doubts about the seasons I've had. Sometimes I have difficult decisions to make, but we're on the right path to creating a team. 100%. Luis Enrique on a possible dependence on Barcola and Dembélé. Barcola, Lee, Colo, Asensio, Due. There is enough to score in whatever the player, the dynamic is the same. I really have faith in my team, transmit the same identity, and that whatever the player. I mean, he's right and wrong. I think we have a lot of great players, but especially for the winger positions and slash attacker positions, we need to see a bit more from Kangili to be able to have him in that group with Dembélé and Barcola. But I trust in Kangili, obviously. But we definitely should have strengthened when it comes to attackers in the summer. But once again, I love that Lucha is not complaining about it. We have a young but experienced team, but the strong point of PSG is the union between all the players and the connection we have on the pitch and off. In the team, we're like a big family. And that is 100% true. We don't see, that many divisions in PSG as we used to see before with the South Americans and the French and all of that. And that was the full press conference by Luis Enrique and Achraf Hakimi. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this video. And as usual, allez Paris!